Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today we're going to be doing the Angling AI 5-inch jerkbait. So appreciate you for tuning in. And what we got here are two molds. We're going to be using the swimbait jerkbait blend from Deadon Plastix. This will be the floating, of course. And then also we're going to be using pearl white. So we're going to be doing two different colors. We're going to do a pearl white, straight pearl white. We'll be using some LureWorks white. And then we're also going to be doing a laminate later. So here goes 1/8 of a teaspoon of some pearl white. Just gonna mix it up a little bit, and then I still wanted to add a little bit more. It was a little bit translucent than what I was looking for, so we're just gonna give it a tad bit more. Mix it up. We're gonna do about 2 to 3 drops of the ultra white colorant from LureWorks. This is a really cool white color. Doesn't really turn like that yellowish off cream color over time. This one stays pretty white. So once we got it melted down, we have our plastisol heated up to the right temperature. I did put it in the vacuum chamber to try to get as much bubbles as I can. We're gonna go ahead and do a quick shoot of this one and see how it works. This mold I do like. I've had it for quite some time. I've shot hundreds and hundreds of jerkbaits on this mold, and every time they come out awesome. Like, no complaints. Definitely like the way that the nose is on them. It gives you a lot of room for those bigger hooks. So if you want to try to rig it to where there's, partial hooks or maybe 1/8 of an inch out, you can even go deeper. Really like the way that they do it and the way that Josh makes it on these Angling AI jerkbait molds. You also get those nice hook slot open spots similar to the zooms. Alright, so let's check out these molds. They finally cooled off. It takes about a few minutes, maybe 3 to 5 minutes to cool them off. Here you can see come out quite nicely. Try to fix these here and there, give a better view of it. And there you go. Here's a little close-up view. Not too bad. Nice little pearl white. A little bit translucent, but not too much. And yeah, as always, they look good. Come out really clean. Tear off nicely. Very happy with these colors. Again, jerkbait, this one's probably one of my favorite lures to throw. I've caught so many fish. I use this in the saltwater and freshwater. Tons of bass. I mean, just absolute blast. And if you rig them just right, you can get them to dance off the top of the water too. And that's really fun when you get them to chase the top of the water, the flukes like that. But see, very clean. And here's the second mold. Again, we had 2 5-inch molds, so here's the second one. Same thing, all white, look very good. No air bubbles in the nose. Like to check every once in a while, make sure I got no air pockets or anything inside them, but usually don't have any problems like this with the Angling AI molds. They're awesome, well detailed, well crafted. So there you go. There's the pearl white jerk baits. These are the 5-inch. And so what we'll do next is we're going to do a laminate color and see how those turn out. I'll be using the same blend. This is going to be, again, the jerkbait swimbait blend from Deadon Plastix. I'm getting a little bit low, but in that case we should have enough here. So clean the glass off. We'll warm this up. We'll hit it in the vacuum chamber and we'll start doing our color. We're actually going to utilize the last pearl white color we did, but in this case we're going to do black. We're going to do about 7 to 8 drops of black. I didn't do a full cup this time. I did just under a cup, so I went a little bit easier on the black just to make sure that, a little bit goes a long way, especially with the color black. We got some LureWorks green. This is like a green emerald, and I believe that's a size 0.35. We're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of green flake, and then right after we do our green flake, we're going to also add about a 1/4 teaspoon of gold flake, or like a gold holographic flake. So there's the gold holographic. We'll do a full 1/4 of that. Should be a nice color combination that pops up here, especially in that black again, if you make it too dark, you won't be able to see the flake as much. So a little bit translucent helps with the flake popping through. So we have our pearl white, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna add like 2 to 3 drops of black, and that's all you need to do. Pearl white with black will give you this awesome silver color. So if you don't have like a silver pearl or anything like that, this is another trick to mix that silver. It looks really good. So again, just trying to see from a laminate standpoint which is the top and the bottom. The top side is usually where the bolts from the angling AI molds are facing out. So I'll get my dual injector, put a little bit of pressure on this one, hold it for a few seconds just to make sure that everything fills in nicely. I had it temperature around 321, 325, so it cools off going into the dual injector. But we hit our second mold, hold some pressure for about 10 seconds or so, make sure we top off. Again, some of these molds will sit there and drink up a little bit more plastic, so just to avoid any issues, any air pockets, let's go ahead and purge our injector, make sure everything was good, get all that plastic out, and just wait for it to cool off. So while that cools off, here's our blending block. Some folks like to see the inside of it. I definitely like to see how the color's going to blend together. So it's really nice to see. So here you got the duals in. You got your black, gold hologram, and green flake, and then our silver pearl that we used from the white pearl from before. Let's open these up and check them out now. Focus in here. And let's adjust these real quick on the mold. But man, amazing. So you can see where the black kind of overlaps a little bit on the belly, the silver. That's just due for the black being a little bit hotter than the silver, which is fine. It makes it a little bit more natural looking. You don't get the straight line across, and if you want to get those straight lines across, just shoot a little bit colder. But I don't mind that. And then also it helps when you purge. I don't really purge, I usually just go straight for the shot just to get this off color, off blending, a little bleed over, because I think it looks a little bit nicer. But as it starts to cool off, and if you have more than one mold, then your lines get a lot cleaner, a lot straighter. But ultimately these came out super nice for the laminate. Here's another one. Yeah, the pearl white, 2 drops of black. That silver looks really good. And then let's go and see the sprue and the runner here. Yep, you can see a nice laminate color even. And our second mold, same color, same laminate, same injection. Let's pull these out and just give it a check. So awesome. Again, every time come out clean. Tail's got that little translucent on the back. There you go. You can see more green and gold bleed over, which looks awesome in my case. I like these. I think these came out really nice. The color is really good. Be interesting to see this in a swim bait pattern as well, or even the tracer shad. That'd be pretty cool. So again, these are the Angling AI 5-inch jerkbaits. They do have other sizes, 3 and I think a 5 3/4. So definitely cool sizes, definitely fun to throw. The actions on them are great. So I do appreciate you again by stopping by the channel and watching. If you have any questions, if you have any tips for myself, please let me know. But ultimately, yeah, these things came out great. Thank you for watching this video, and have a nice day. Catch some big fish out there. All right, y'all take care.